let's get into the science of breaking someone's ankles. And no, I'm not gonna teach you how to kick someone's leg out like that. Coach Jesse Muench handles basketball, where I show you how to play like the pros. If that's something you're looking to do, make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon so you can catch the newest videos the second they come out. So if you've ever experienced it, or if you haven't yet, the rush of getting someone to fall to the ground is like nothing else in the game. The oohs, the ahs, the gym going crazy, or even if it's an empty gym, you just be like, yeah, I got him. So let's talk about the details and tricks and tips that will help you put this in your game today. So it really doesn't matter what level of handle you have, as long as you've got a fairly decent handle, like just above basic, and you put these tips into action and you really pay attention to what I'm gonna give you, you can start breaking more ankles today. So the very first tip I got for you is really, really important for almost all these techniques. And it's to get close to one of their 2 feet. So just like I showed you in the beginning, kicking their foot, right? Not actually kicking it though, getting right about even with their foot or slightly past it if you can, or at least within inches of it. Think about it yourself when you're playing on defense. Mentally, what are you thinking when someone gets to about here on you or a little bit past? You're gonna, boom, go back quick to try to get back in front of them. That startles someone into moving, right? So if you can do that on your defender, boom, that's gonna get them to go flying, and now everything you do from that becomes more powerful. Click that like button if that tip helps you. Now you might be wondering, Coach, how do I set this up, and what are some techniques I should go into from that? Well, the things I'm gonna give you next are gonna show you exactly that, and take this concept and put it onto turbo for you. So first of all, let's talk about how you're gonna approach this on your defender just to get into that space, because I told you if you don't have a great handle, you can still do this. Here's what you need to pay attention to. Number one, get some power on those dribbles. So think about putting a hole in the ground like you're trying to make the basketball go flat. I tell my players, you want your defender to think if they try to steal the basketball that they're gonna break a finger. That's how much power you should be putting on it. So if you do that, even if they do get a hand on the basketball because they're reaching, I've had players do that and the ball like still goes exactly where I want it to because I'm putting force behind it. Same thing that you need to do. Second thing is you also need to be strong with your body, your legs. So fill your belly with air a little bit to show that six-pack off. That'll get your core activated, so you'll be on a lot better balance. And then also with that step, be firm and strong with that step with whichever foot you're stepping with. It's got to be strong. You also want to keep in mind trying to keep the ball behind this leg, or if this leg's stepping, keeping the ball behind that leg so the defender can't get in at the basketball as easily. That's going to set up the next part, which is to create contact with your defender. But real quick, leave me a comment. Let me know who you think is better at being strong with their dribble, Kyrie Irving or Chris Paul. Once you get in tight, the thing you want to pay attention to is you actually want to initiate a little contact with your defender. Now the key is that you don't just run directly into them. So if this is their 2 feet, you wouldn't want to come into them. Again, try to get just past one of these feet and kind of start to lean into them a little bit. There's different ways you can create contact. Some guys will kind of take their arm here and do a little push off. You might have saw Michael Jordan do that against the Jazz for the game-winning shot. And a lot of other players do this. Or another way though is just to get low and lean into them with your shoulder a little bit. Or to get in front of them and then seal them off to create contact. All those are great options. And then also, you could even just come from this and boom, stop on a dime. And if you'll notice, if this is my defender's 2 feet, what's gonna happen if they try to drop this foot back? Boom, they would trip right over you, right? So you wouldn't really be tripping them, you would just be stopping, and their natural instinct of trying to drop back, they'd actually end up tripping themselves. So those are some simple ways as far as not actual moves, just being strong with the basketball and paying attention to your positioning. Next, I'm gonna give you specific moves once you get into this space that you can use as well. All right, so here's some really super simple moves you can use. I told you it didn't matter what level handle you're at, you could put these in your game. I'm gonna give you exactly that. But on top of that, I'm also gonna give you a little bit more advanced stuff. So if you have an advanced handle, you can get a little flashier with your ankle breaking. So the first thing is gonna be to get in real close to them with some momentum. Now, momentum is big for a lot of your moves, and you could do this a lot of ways. You could be coming directly towards them, and then again, try to just make this slight angle past them. You could be coming from this side and coming at them this way. You could be coming this way. It doesn't really matter, but you want to get at least a good 1 to 2 steps of momentum into it, or at least one big step that has a lot of power into it. Because again, what that's going to do is tell your defender that, hey, I'm going to attack, So now they start reacting. There's the contact happening. They're moving around so they can trip up over their own feet. All that stuff happens when you get momentum. That's a big, big, big power tip for you. The first one is pretty simple, just to stop on a dime. Now you could do this a lot of ways. You could just do a regular dribble and stop. You could do more of a step back with that opposite foot stopping. You could do a snatch back dribble. You could do a snatch back from reverse between the legs. But all of them at the end of the day have the same concept. You're just going really fast towards them, acting like you're trying to beat them, getting in nice and close, and then stopping or stopping and coming slightly back. Next one is going to be almost the same, but we're going to add a change of direction. So you're coming at them hard this way, boom. As soon as you get in tight here, they're probably going to start shifting this way, and then boom, making a sharp change of direction. A lot of times when defenders try to make this quick change of direction from here to here, they'll trip up with their own feet, fall down, all kinds of stuff. So you could do a lot of different things for that. You could do a regular crossover. You could do a between the legs, behind the back. Doesn't really matter. Any of your crossovers, spin moves, any of that stuff is great. Big key tip on it though is that you plant hard on this foot and then really push off quick. Third main way is a fake change of direction from that momentum. There's a lot of ways you can go about that again. Mainly though, it's going to be like double crossover type moves. So it could be like a between the legs into a cross to get them jumping this way and then trying to come back that way. If you think about it, that's really three things they're trying to react to because you're coming this way, now this way, now this way. That's three different angle changes they're trying to make. That's where they start tripping up with their own feet, especially if you're doing it quick and sharp. And it could even be though as simple as just a regular double cross, right? You could go between the legs behind the back. You could go between the legs spin move. It doesn't really matter. You just want to focus on having two moves that are change of direction. But if you want something even simpler, quicker, and easier, it could just be an inside out dribble. Stepping with that opposite foot, hand coming over the top of the ball. Now, something that'll take all these things and put them on a whole new level is the free workout I got for you in the top link in the description down below. Click that link, pop in your email. I'll send that to you instantly for free. It's already helped thousands of players, and I'm sure to help you too. It'll take your athleticism next level and your ball control. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Click that bell icon so you can catch the newest videos the second they come out. And check out this video and this playlist. Those are going to help you a ton as well. I'm sure of it. I'll see you in the next video.